For all of these hairstyles, you will need a hairbrush and some type of hair tie or elastic. A teasing comb is optional. First, you will start by brushing your hair, making sure there are no knots. Next, you will separate a top section of your hair off. I am just using my fingers, but some prefer a teasing comb for a clean part. Next, you will gather that top section and separate that into 3 different parts. You will then begin to braid these 3 pieces together. And when you finish braiding, you will secure the braid with an elastic band. I am pulling the sides of the braid so that it looks thicker, but ensuring I am not pulling too hard because I do not want to pull the hair out of the braid. Finally, I am just pulling small parts of hair around the ears and forehead to frame the face. For the next hairstyle, you will again brush out your hair, ensuring there are no knots. Just like the first hairstyle, you will separate a top section of hair off with your fingers or a teasing comb, and then using your elastic band, you will wrap your elastic around that section of hair and pull it through to create a bun. I pull the sides of the bun to make it appear more full and beautiful. The third hairstyle, I begin by brushing all the hair up into a ponytail. You can choose to flip your head over and gather your hair into a ponytail that way if it is easier for you. You will then secure your elastic into the hair and then pull the hair into a bun. The section of hair that is sticking out, you will grab and wrap around the base of the bun and then tuck the extra piece into the elastic, hiding the extra hair. I again am just pulling the sides of the bun to make it appear fuller. And once more, I pull pieces out around her face to frame her face. For the last hairstyle, you will gather all of your hair on whichever side you prefer, and then just like the first style, you will separate the hair into 3 different sections. You will then begin to braid those 3 sections together and secure with a hair tie or elastic when finished braiding. I then just pull the sides of the braid to make it appear thicker and fuller. For those who like to take these hairstyles to the next level, you can choose to curl, crimp, or straighten your hair before completing these hairstyles. Now here are some fall-inspired ideas for 5-minute eyeshadow looks. First, I begin by priming the eyelids. I am choosing to use Morphe's eyelid primer. I am going to be using Jeffree Star's Thirsty palette for both of these looks. Next, I will take the shade Subtle, which is a soft brown, and pack that color on the outside corner of the lid. Next, I will take the color Drizzle, which is a very dark brown, and blend that out on the very outer corner of where I initially placed the color Subtle. Lastly, for the eyeshadow, I will take the color Filthy Rich, which is a beautiful gold shimmer, and using clean hands for maximum payoff, tuck that into the inner corner of the eyelid. Then just so that everything looks super blended, I go back in with both Subtle and Drizzle just to blend both shades together again and blending it into the color Filthy Rich. Both of these next steps are optional, but now I will go in with the Milani eyeliner. I very carefully drag it along the lash line and then wing it out a tiny bit. To take this look to the next level, I am going in with the NYX's Liquid Crystal Liner and placing that along the top of the black liner so that it pops. Finally, I am going in with some mascara, and it is also an option to use false lashes at this point in the process. For the next look, I am using the same palette, but I will begin with the color Kumquat, which is a deep orange coral color, and place that on the outer corner of the eyelid. Again, I choose to first pack this color and then blend for maximum color payoff. Next, I will go in with the color Stroke, which is a maroonish red color, and blend that out on the very outer corner of where I originally placed the color Kumquat. Lastly, I will take the color Plunge, which is a light brown shimmer, and tuck that into the inner corner of the eyelid. As I did before, I am going back in with the colors Kumquat and Stroke to make everything blend together, especially with the glitter. Again, this step is optional, but I am going in with the black eyeliner directly along the lash line and winging it out a tiny bit on the outer corner. This time, I am choosing to place that glitter liner starting from the inner corner of the eyelid to about halfway across the eyelid, just for an added pop of depth and shine. Lastly, I am putting on some mascara, and some may choose to put on false lashes here. Another trick that I use is taking a highlighter. I am using Jeffree Star's Ice Cold and placing that on the brow bone for some extra shine and depth to the look.